soundtrack.
What is up? Welcome back to another edition of SacTown Movie Buffs TV. Once again, it's your boy Kier. And on today's show, we are interviewing Ivan Gomez, who is a local actor as well as model here in Sacramento and surrounding areas as well.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the show, Ivan. How you doing today?
I'm doing awesome. How about yourself?
Good, good. It's great having you.
Thank you.
So just first off the bat, you don't live in Sacramento, correct?
I don't. I did for like a few years, but I moved back to Stockton.
Okay. And so you are acting in Stockton as well as in Sacramento, or?
Anywhere that there's a gig. So I've gone as far as Paradise, California, or Marina, California. So
Okay.
I'm willing to travel.
Okay. And how did you first get into acting?
Well, I've always been interested in acting, seeing like favorite characters and such on TV shows like CSI and all that, and like I really wanted to pursue it, but then of course parents were pretty much like, you gotta find a career that will pay the bills,
Completely understand that.
And so I stayed away from it for like a few years, but it didn't work out with law enforcement. And so the universe pulled me back into acting when I started getting more gigs.
Right. Absolutely. And then did you get into modeling and acting at the same time, or?
Modeling came a little bit after. But I took modeling classes with Miss Nicole, who runs Nicara's modeling school down in Truckee.
Okay.
And so the thing is, like, she taught me like how to do the catwalk, like things of that nature, like things that I didn't even know were a thing behind modeling.
Right.
And I really enjoyed it. And at that point, I was like, I need to find some modeling gigs.
And how long have you been acting, and then how long have you been modeling then?
So. Acting I've been doing since 2014, so about 9 years.
Okay.
Modeling, it's more of like since 2020, so a little less than 3 years now. And that's the time frame really with both.
Okay. And what are some of your, I guess, some of the gigs or favorite acting gigs that you've done in the past, or?
Oh, my favorite gig? Oh man, it would actually have to be Finding Adventure with King of Phillips, which I'm wearing on my shirt. This is a really cool show to be on. It's, of course, the host, King of Phillips, hence the name. She takes, individuals out of their, home work life, comfort zone, and get them reintroduced to nature.
Okay.
So, in this case, King of Phillips, she introduced me to 3 really cool activities that I could add on to my fitness regimen. So I did cave exploring, which was really daunting, but I did it anyways.
Yeah.
And then, what was it, the other one? The fly fishing and extreme mountain bike riding.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm not familiar with the show. Is it something that they just kind of mix it up every single time with a different guest then, or?
It's still fairly new, so right now it's on 2nd season, but the thing is, it depends on each guest. So my case was a little special, so like they took me out to places that were literally an hour and a half away from Stockton. So, like, it was a really cool experience. Not only that, but getting to meet King of Phillips herself as well.
Absolutely. Is that show filmed in Stockton then, or?
Actually, all over the U.S.
Okay. Oh,
So,
wow. Very cool.
It just so happens that the producers actually really liked my story,
right,
being a weight loss journey, and so they told me, "Would you like to be on the show?" I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who doesn't want to be on a TV show?
For sure. And I know your weight loss and fitness and things like that, that's part of like the modeling and acting that you've been doing. You want to elaborate a little bit on the weight loss and the fitness journey that you've had then?
Yeah. So like I remember years ago, like I was real overweight. Like I didn't look like it, but I was not exactly in a good spot. Mm-hmm. It got to a point where my bad cholesterol levels were really high, and my doctor told me straight up, you got to change this or you're going to end up in the hospital like your dad. And at that point, I had that come to Jesus moment, and I had to figure out everything in the book to try to, get my levels down as well as my weight. And nothing was working until my buddy at work introduced me to a really simple regimen called it's like the nutritarianism.
Okay.
So basically, you just put together a delicious salad with like all the beans, greens, berries, like everything that your body needs, and then combine it with some exercise, like you're gonna drop weight. So I took it on, and next thing I was dropping weight all the way till I got to like 220 pounds. And I'm still going.
Very cool.
And as of right now, I'm still doing the vegetarianism, but I'm also adding on boxing fitness. So I actually go to a local spot called Elite Boxing and Fitness, and there with Coach Salas, I actually get on on the punching bag, learning new moves. And
you done any sparring or anything out there yet? Or?
Not yet.
No. I used to do a little boxing when I was younger, and it's always like, I don't know if it's the same there, but you have to go wait 30 days before you can actually get in and actually start boxing, and so or get into the sparring. They want to make sure you can take the class for a little bit and learn kind of what you're doing. But I remember I was watching and I was eager to get in there, and then I finally got in there and I was like, what am I doing? So it is fun. It is definitely fun, but it's also a little, knowing you're just gonna stand there and get punched a bunch of times. So,
well, we're not there at all. It's just everybody gets a punching bag. We're just uppercut, left hook, whatever the coach says. It's a consistent regimen,
right,
which is key to weight loss. Consistency.
Oh, yeah.
In both diet and the exercise.
Yeah, I mean, whatever you can find that works for you, I say go with it. And I've always been a big advocate of you got to find what works best for you, because what someone else's diet or someone else's regimen might not be best for you, but if you find something that works for you, then stick with it. Absolutely. Yeah. No. So just kind of going back to the acting, I mean, what are some of your goals and dreams that you have in the acting industry?
So my ultimate goal in the industry is actually to be the next face model of Chris Redfield in the Resident Evil video game series.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I think I remember we talked about that once before. Oh, yeah.
And I still stand by it. I'm not letting that dream go. Because
and what is about that's the goal for you? Are you just a big Resident Evil fan, or what is why is that the ultimate goal for you?
Well, yeah, I am. Admittedly, yes, I am a huge Resident Evil fan, but on top of that, I did some cosplay years ago, and a lot of my friends were saying, "Hey, you look like Chris Redfield from the video game." I'm like, "Really?" And then I looked at pictures. I'm like, "Oh, I did not know that." And so I actually started rolling with it, and so hence fitness and just landing gigs wherever I can because networking is so important. So I'm still trying to find connections with anybody who knows somebody at Capcom, because Capcom owns the name. So I'm still looking for anybody with connections, but at the same time, that's my ultimate goal, since a lot of the games are being remade, and I don't want to waste time. I really want to
get in there. Yeah, no, absolutely. I can completely. Just got to get yourself out there and find out who the right people are, and hopefully you can get in connection with somebody and get a headshot over to them, and hopefully get your dream goal, man. That would be awesome.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But there's no wasting time.
No, absolutely not. So in the meantime, I mean, obviously, you've been doing some current projects. What are some of those projects that you're working on right now?
Oh, yes. So currently, we've halted production, but right now I'm on set for Bears on a Ship.
Okay.
So it's kind of on par with Snakes on a Plane, kind of. But anyways.
Okay. Is that a short film? Is that going to be a feature film, or what is?
I believe it's going to be a feature film, because we've only got roughly half of the script done. So the director told me that even though we have a whole full script, but the thing is we're going to get back to filming probably either late July or early August, depending on how things work out. So that's the current project that I'm on.
Okay. And was it slowed down from the writer's strike, or just in general?
No, just everybody on set had travel plans. So the director, he's with his fiance at the moment, but yeah, Uncia Films is his brand.
Got it. Okay. Mm-hmm. And is that being filmed locally or
in Stockton?
Okay. Oh, okay. That sounds very exciting.
It is.
So it sounds like it's gonna be a little fun, kind of playful, horror comedy. I'm assuming then.
It's a horror, so it's a kind of gore. But the thing is, it's utilizing the assets that Stockton has. I didn't even know there was actually a ship here over in Stockton, and that's where we're filming at the moment.
Oh, at the port, or?
No, just some miles north of the port.
Okay.
So.
Huh. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then I believe you've done some commercials as well. You want to talk about that or elaborate that a little bit?
Yeah, of course. So some of the commercials I've done, my most recent one was for a healthcare commercial. It's still being edited as we speak, but the other one I've done was for an AC company, Jackson Rancheria. Let me think, and Lazy Boy Furniture. So, and those are the most recent commercials I've done, and I love commercials. few hours of filming, get to be goofballs for a bit, and at the end of the day, we just get paid and we're all good.
Very cool, very cool. And then I know you're also doing a lot of short films here locally as well. How has that experience been for you?
Short films, so overall, has been pretty fun. Even though like some are not paid and such, like I don't care about that. It's more about making more connections, like getting to know a new role per se, like or even just being like camera crew.
Yeah.
But like the one you and I did recently.
The zombie one, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember what the name because no one told me. I just showed up on the set.
I forgot the name too. but it's a lot of fun just getting to know local filmmakers who who want to make it big.
Yeah.
In this case, Troy with Shutter Films, he wants to make it big, and all of us can see that we're gonna make it big.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And how has it in terms of just like the networking and things like that? How has that been for you so far? Or just
it's been a lot of fun networking. Like I'm still getting to know more people. Like meeting Marcus Allen in person for the first time in my life. Like,
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
See him on Good Day Sacramento now and in person. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, no, I mean that is one of the big things about being in this area is it's a small community, but you can network and meet a lot of different individuals. So that's really really great. I mean obviously we know that you have a goal. To be on the cover of the Resident Evil game. I mean, are there any other future projects that you have in the works, or anything else that you're looking at, or?
For future works, I'm still looking around for gigs. Really, like going through casting networks, SacCasting, and even word of mouth. Really, but overall, I'm still looking around. Like I'm also looking to try to hopefully get signed with another agency. So for any agencies out there, like you got me.
Yeah, you're open.
I'm
Very
here.
Cool. Well, where can people find you?
So people can find me on Instagram via Ivan Gomez _model. Ivan Gomez, one word, lowercase, and then a model lowercase. And I'm on there like frequently. Every now and then I'll post what I'm allowed to post regarding some of my projects.
Right.
But every now and then I'll see how everybody's doing, and every now and then I'll post something out of my life, like some of my home activities or my pets per se.
Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I definitely look forward to seeing you on the big screen and some new future projects, and we'll probably work together some more in some projects. I'm sure in the future with my one-line cameos that I like to do. So I'm sure we'll get together at some point. Well, thank you for being on the show. It was great having you.
I appreciate it.
As always, we'll definitely have you back. If you have any projects that are coming up, definitely let us know. We'll have you back on the show as well. We can talk about those projects in the future. So,
absolutely. Thank you.
Sounds good. Well, thank you again for the show, and we'll be back again soon with another show for you guys with some new guests. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.
Soundstripe. Soundstripe.